have a lot of food, but the way we eat that is a challenge. So that is something that we need to look at closely, so that then probably we would be smarter in the head and we could be taller, like our neighbors from Bomet. Another thing that I am involved in is the FGM. Ours is quiet, unlike the Korea one. Over time, ours has gone quiet because it is practiced by the medical officers and it is practiced among the elites.
Like him?
Like him. Like her. In fact, women in high offices, women with masters, women with PhDs will actually take their children for FGM. So you don't know how to deal with that, because then it is not the local woman. At least the local woman has stopped because they fear the law. But because they know I took mine, then the nurse will come in the house and practice that. So it is still going on. We have just become a little more sophisticated as compared to what the couriers are doing. We don't fight anybody, but we hurt our girls. Another thing that I am involved in and I love is the old. In our county, we have quite a number of old people. And sometimes when you're very old and your face is wrinkled, people think you're a witch, which is not true. So even maybe your children will not remember to give you something warm to cover yourself. So I call it golden warmth, just giving a blanket to the old, because I know sometimes they are forgotten and the fat in their body is very little, so they get cold a lot. That is from experience from my own father. My father is old and he's always in a jacket and we have to, layer him. So I thought about that and I said, why don't I do that to the other old people? So it is working well and they always bless me. When I give a blanket, they tell me, Ochkai, wishi maisha marefu. So I believe that I'm going to live very long. My pet project is Happy Feet. Happy Feet because I went to school stepping down and I used to have amage. Daktari, what do we call that?
Jiggers.
Not jiggers.
The athlete's foot.
Athlete's foot. Yeah. In between the feet.
Doctors.
Yes. So this one must have grown in town. Yeah, because Nyamira is really wet. So when you have that, you can't even want to go to school and you can't sleep. So you will keep scratching. So my pet project in Nyamira is for ECD, to ensure that every child goes to school, with their feet comfortably put in shoes. And that helps the children. Whenever you do that, the children want to come to school and they want another shoe. And remember, every year the foot grows. So you need to do that until they can actually be able to go to PP1. So if there's any support that I would love is towards the Happy Feet and the nurturing care, the feeding program, where we can give them actually proper nutrition. In my county, we don't eat beans. And that is the easy. So that is where we are. We would like support in that respect so that the feeding program can take off. And the stunting that is actually really serious. Our stunting is for the children below 5. Actually, it's called malnutrition. I was told we have malnutrition for children below 5, and for the elderly, there's also malnutrition in there. So those are two groups that suffer within the county. In as much as we have plenty of food, that group is struggling. Another thing that I have never known how to address is the bleeding to death after birth. In our county, we call it amasangi, meaning that either your husband slept with another woman and that woman came to visit you when you were in the hospital. So when you've just given birth, so you will bleed to death. But I really think it's a case of hemophilia that probably is not recognized or something. But we will keep quiet with it until someone dies, much as the doctors will struggle. But remember, these doctors also and the nurses are from the village. They also know it as amasangi. So it is hemophilia that probably is within our community that has not been picked out early enough. Or maybe it is not as
what can I say, it's not at a level where it actually affects you until the time you're giving birth. So we lose very many of our mothers after birth because of bleeding to death. I know that I have been speaking to the gentleman of hemophilia, and he said he would give me a machine which he brought to Migori, and he didn't bring one to Nyamira.
He promised to bring, he's never got.
So he's lying to the both of us.
He's lying to both of us.
Yes.
You caught him.
We have been on his case because he says they have a machine that can actually detect that, so that as the mothers are going through their antenatal, they can be checked. Then we can be able to deal with that particular issue. That is something that I would like to pursue and ensure that when I leave this office, at least it is done, and it is no longer Masangi, but it is actually a case of hemophilia that is not diagnosed. Now, having said that, I love botany, I love trees, and botanical gardens is one of those things that we would like to do in the county. Specifically, the medicinal plants. We realize that because of the pressure within our land, we have very many people in very small space. Would like to put aside a piece of land which the governor has given us. Now we just need to plant the medicinal trees that originally existed within our region. Having said that, I know that we asked the governors the last time to give each one of the first ladies a piece of land so that we can also aggregate the medicinal plants of those regions. I hope that that is one of the things that we are going to do eventually. So as a first spouses, we already highlighted what we have done as a group and where now we want to go as a group. One, we would like to continue with the SSI program, the Smart Start Initiative program, and ensure that in each of our counties it actually takes off and our people get the benefit from it. Number two, we would like to continue with the cancer awareness using our usual acronym, WOMAN, Word of Mouth Advocacy Network. So, and you know, continue as cancer screening. Number three, we would like to still continue with the nutrition bit, because unless our children are healthy and our expectant mothers are healthy, our region is not going to be healthy. I know there's the triple threat, but that one the county officers can continue to work on it. Another thing that we would like to continue with are the botanical gardens, specifically targeting the fruit trees. And in this region, we said we would like to target 2 fruits. One was the guava, which grows naturally in all our regions. And we had asked if we could get a variety that would work best for this region. And mangoes, because some areas, the colder areas like Bomet, they said mangoes would do best. So those are the 2 fruit trees that we are targeting in the whole of the lake region. And we hope that that will actually bring on board a partner who eventually will do the processing. Then another thing that we would want to work on as a group is menstrual health, because it is affecting all our girls. And in this case, we would like to go the Bungoma way of actually manufacturing for the region, so that each girl has an opportunity to experience her growth without having to be shamed about it. That is the provision of sanitary towels within the region. Something that all of us have spoken about today is about our boy child, whom we somehow have not been mentoring a lot. If we could get a way of actually having the boy child inclusion so that we can mentor them, we can be, as first spouses, we can be the champions to do that. Because the region has not suffered too much in terms of drug abuse, we believe that we can be able to redeem the region in that respect. Because for the championing of girls, I also run a girls camp that I call Purple Blossoms, where I get young girls together for 4 or 5 days. We talk about FGM and other issues and how to grow up as women. then we graduate. Then they go home, and then their mother, who is educated, who is a school teacher, gets a nurse, comes and practices FGM on the child. And because nobody can check, the way Governor Natembea used to say, tutaangalia. In Nyamira, we don't angalia. So it just continues. So thank you very much for listening to us. We hope that we will have a way forward.
Pronounced